Alive. Had to wait just a moment. When big enough changes are made to the landscape, I have to rebuild the meshes for it, so it takes a few minutes. Pretty big map. There we go. So today, I think, just to change things up a little bit, I think we're going to work on the desert biome and some of the grasslands, maybe. Oh. I only just started on this, so there's still a lot to go. But I think we can make it look pretty good. I think we'll start with smoothing out some of the landscape. This is basically a copy of our older landscape that's been upsampled to a higher resolution. And because of that, there are still some spots that are a little suboptimal. Hello there. Thanks for dropping in. Thank you. Hopefully we'll make it look a lot better today. I only just started on this, so it's not very far yet. So, I think I'm working on blending them together naturally. It's not fully there yet. I still have a lot to do with blending between biomes, but I'm going to try to make it a pretty natural transition. Also, I apologize if there's buffering every now and then. When I'm doing landscape work, it can be pretty CPU intensive, so could slow down the stream a little bit. So right now I'm just smoothing out some of these old spots. You can't tell from here, but it's not perfectly clean. So we're going to change that. See, the only struggle I'm having is a desert biome. I wouldn't think there would be much in the desert, but I need to think of something, because we can't have a boring desert, now can we? Need to clean this up a little bit before we put some stuff down. Here, you can see what I'm talking about here. These sharp edges from when it used to be lower resolution. That is what we're cleaning up. You just throw it off so much if you're walking around with all these realistic looking plants and dinosaurs. And then you've got this jagged edge on a mountain. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I do like rocks. I think we'll do that. Oh, I'm sure we will. That's not something that I have a hand in, but I'm sure that will be the case. I've been really impressed with the sound quality and range of sounds that we have. Oh yeah, I'll take a look at them. I forgot you sent me desert ones. Well, I can tell you that I did jump off a cliff as a dinosaur. So, you know, if that is your vibe, then you can. In fact, that was my first death I've had in this game. I jumped off a mountain, and I didn't realize we had implemented fall damage at that time, and I discovered that very quickly. Yes, I think we'll put in some big rock formations, things like that. Probably do some of this volcano here too, because I only just started shaping it the other day. And I know Islander left something for me to hopefully make some lava. We'll do this part for too long, but it's gonna kill me every time I see it if I don't do this. Far too picky for jagged edges. Like that. That is unacceptable. That's nearly jagged. No longer. No, sir. It is slightly better, and the slight amount is what matters. I think we're gonna make a little waterfall coming off of this down into that oasis. I know waterfalls don't normally go into an oasis, but really I'm just looking for another excuse to do a water simulation. Can you blame me? Plus, this is our own world. If we want waterfalls going into an oasis, we can have that. This is our oyster. That's enough smoothing for now. Actually, let me touch these up a little bit more and then we'll be good. Because we're going to spend some time down here, so if I have to look at it, it has to be pretty. I think we're going to make it a lot nicer, though. Because right now it's just water coming from the ocean, coming up through the ground, basically. So I think we're gonna change that. Yes. I remember. I have a lot of plans for those. If you could see if we have the access we need for that landscape tool, then that would make it... that's kind of what I'm waiting on for the ravines. Everyone's favorite part. Gives you a nice little coffee break whilst you save the landscape. I think we'll do a little mixture of kind of desert style rock around here, as well as some volcanic rock, since we have the volcano nearby. So I think we could mix the two in pretty well. Yes, yes. I will keep that in mind about the rocks. Oftentimes I end up going back and playing in the areas that I put a lot of rocks, so I can try to make sure that doesn't happen. But with the landscape being so large, there's a good chance I'll miss some here and there, and if I do, we'll find out very quickly during playtesting, so I can fix it. Hello there. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, we're lucky that we have quite a few people playtesting for us, and they give us lists that we can go through so we can fix the bugs and the other issues they find. It's very useful. It's also helpful for me since I'm handling a lot of the performance of the environment, so it's helpful to see how it runs for people. It's going really well. I would say we've made some big progress in the past month. And I think I've put down probably half, maybe more than half of biomes. I'm not done with them, of course, but I at least wanted to get a start on each one. So first off, let's take a look at the rocks that Islander added for me and the lava. See about using it. So this is the Volcano. Not real happy with the rocks I put down. They are volcanic rock, but we will see. One of these does not have nanite needle. Round play. But from the pictures he showed me, I do like the look of these rocks. So, if it's as good as it seems to be, then I think we'll switch these rocks over to these. Take a look at some of them. Sorry about that. I was getting a phone call. Actually, let me... Okay, yeah, we're good with that one. Okay, so I'm just going to convert these textures to virtual textures. Then we'll be good. But yes, while I'm going on this, let me know if you have any ideas you'd like to see, and if it's something that we can do. I'm sure we will. I'm a man for the people. We're just doing a little optimization and setup before we start placing things. I think I need to start a Kickstarter or like a GoFundMe for one of the Threadripper CPUs. It'd be a beautiful thing. Think of the speed of development. And my electric bill. Every Time I'm in this biome, I can't help but think of that series of movies, Tremors. It's an interesting sound. I don't think he could hear it on the mic, but my Roomba turned on downstairs. I don't know what it did, but it made a loud noise. Maybe I'll just stay in here and pretend it didn't happen. Especially when you're working with 100 or so different, or 83 different textures. Takes a little time. And the size of the map. It's pretty heavy in the editor. As you know, much better in the compiled build, but when you're working on it, it's definitely time consuming. Luckily, I'm not in a rush today. Alright. Now we can start placing new things. Yeah, I really like it. Let's try out. Yeah. I have these rocks connected to the landscape. So I'm going to replace them. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. There are plans for the Horseshoe Crab Temple. At this point, the community needs it. So, no matter what Islander says, it's happening. Good. We'll try out a few of these and see how they look and go from there. Lava Rock 6 feels like a good one. We'll use it. Oh yes, I crave it too. Not. It's coming. Yeah, these look good. Maybe a little bit bigger. good. We'll go with that for now. Let's see what this magma looks like. Not bad. I'll take it. Yeah, look at that. Fancy. What's not fancy is when it sticks through the ground, so we're not going to have that. And I need to add some smoke effects. I don't think I have any in here right now, but later on I'll add that. Let's make the volcano a little more interesting looking. I think we'll use an alpha brush. Perhaps this one. See how it looks. More stream. Aha. Still need to tweak it a little bit. Let's try that. Aha, there we go. Not quite the look I'm looking for. Let's try. Try this out. Sometimes using a random noise texture with this comes out pretty good. So let's see how it goes. We do have an early version that you're able to play on our Patreon, but we also work every single day to get this out the door in full release, so we'll definitely be going as quickly as we can. to a point. We, of course, want it to come out very good, so in that aspect, we'll take our time. Yeah, this is the way to go if you want those really interesting details in the landscape, using an alpha brush. It's literally just a picture of smoke. Let's smooth that out a little bit. I don't know about you, but I just can't stand boring mountains. We have to have cool ones. Oh yes. Yeah, I've got some ideas I'm gonna try out for desert biome. Okay. Gonna add a bit more details to some of these other mountains around here before we clean it up a bit. Oh no, compiling shaders. Oh yeah. Definitely would like to do some areas like that. Now I'm just trying to decide which biome should the horseshoe crab temple be in. It's an important temple, so it needs to be in the right place. The moment we're PC only, I don't know if that could change one day. Guess it kind of depends on how well the game does. Oh, I was saying the Horseshoe Crab Temple. It's an important place, so I don't know what biome to put it in. We can't just put it anywhere. Here we go, this is what I was going for. It was a little too rounded for being in the desert. It's a dry place. Just a moment. Okay. Sorry about that. Somebody was calling me, so making sure it's nothing important. A little variation in the landscape here and there. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. A canyon. That would fit. I like it. I think we'll do that. And I know just the rocks to use for it. We will have to download them though. Yeah, I wanted to give this kind of a look like the sand and rock has eroded over time from the heat. So that's what I'm going for right now. Yeah, it's a good idea. And I'm glad you think so. I really want the game to do well. Not just because of money, but I really like working on this game and I would like to keep doing it for a long time. I think we could probably throw some little caverns in here too that fits the area. Maybe a big open cavern. Definitely need some palm trees on this beach. Just thinking the same. A big open cavern seems like it would fit really well here. Okay, that's good enough for the details for now. The excitement. Think I need a little more caffeine. think for the stream we might raise the ground a little bit in that area. We'll see. I think a more interesting ravine would be nice. Maybe I'll put the cavern at the base of the volcano. I imagine this is probably eating my RAM alive right now. Let's see. Yep, just as I thought. Okay. Now, let's see what we're going to do about this water. I think if we just shape up this area a little bit more, that would be pretty good. Maybe some big rocks. That'll work. I'm actually not certain. I mainly just deal with the landscape, so I don't know a whole lot about the plans for the dinosaurs. I know we have a lot coming, though. Yeah. That's not it. It is not that guy. I wouldn't say that. Everybody, really, on the team does a ton of work, so it's all a huge job. And without any of them, it definitely wouldn't be the same. Perfect. Right over here. But that's also why I'm glad I'm doing the streams, because I want the community to like it. And getting feedback while I'm making the map is really nice. Yeah, I think the canyon stone plus the water next to it's gonna end up looking pretty nice. I'll have to mess around with it a bit just to get it looking how I have in mind. Once I have a few more of these placed, it'll go a little faster, but it'll look good. That's not right. Okay, we're good. And this will give a nice place for people to stand on. Speaking of, should probably make sure the collisions are good enough for it. Yeah, I think so. Definitely going to change it. I only just started on this the other day, so I haven't done much with the materials yet. Ah, yes, this does need new collisions. Better than that. That'll work for now. Yes, I love these. I just haven't had anywhere to use them. Although I did retexture them and use them somewhere else. Also needs a bit more. That will work. I know this part's not so exciting, but the collisions are important, and if I don't take care of them now, I might forget about it later before somebody tries it. Yes, I think I'm going to make the canyon pretty deep. Oh boy, I just heard my fans pick up in my PC out of nowhere. I say out of nowhere, like I'm not working on a massive 64-kilometer map. Do for now. Excellent. That will also work. I'm not going to cover the whole side, I don't think, with these cliffs, but here and there. That's a good question. I'm not sure who all on the team is here right now, but if anybody has that answer, I'm not certain. Okay, that should be okay, but I might end up blocking up that hole a little bit so nobody gets stuck in the rock. Yeah, I'm not too certain about that, but oftentimes other people from the team are here in the streams, so that might be happening. And if somebody does know, I bet they'll answer. Don't worry, the water's not going to stay this way. As I know everyone is very concerned. This one doesn't fit so well right here. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I think some of the bigger ones will be better out in the middle of the dunes, because I don't like how they leave so much room for people to fall in there. That would be problematic. Perhaps. Oops. I know we definitely have a lot coming as far as the amount of dinosaurs. I think you'll be pretty happy with it. Ah, there we go. Maybe. Okay, that's a start just to get an idea of how it's going to look. However, I need to move that rock. And I think we'll scatter some out in the desert. And I'm thinking somewhere over here for the canyon. We could have a tunnel that leads from here to there, possibly. I'll think on the tunnel. Let's try something out. Yeah, doesn't really fit this area. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I want the canyon to be impressive. Whoops. And large. I think we'll put some palm trees over here. But first we'll do a little bit of landscape painting so we can get a better idea of how each area will look. And I also plan on stopping by the Grasslands, which is between the redwoods and the cove. And I think there I'm going to do more hills and a river for sure. I've watched a lot of dinosaur movies. I'm trying to remember what you're talking about. I'm not completely certain. Might look it up. This spot also looks like a nice area for an oasis. We'll add some rock too. Actually, you know what would fit better right there? Have to see which layer it was again. That is not it. Let's see. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. You've got to love compiling shaders. I swear it's half the time developing. I'll probably end up coming back to redo this water because it will take a little time doing some setup. But I might go ahead and do the waterfall. Actually, that... little bit right there. I noticed I missed some earlier. Um, I'm not sure I know what you mean by the small cliff rock. I also want to look up, do a little research on interesting plants in the desert to add, preferably prehistoric. Um, I think I know what you mean. I will take a look at it. A little bit more right here. Might be too much. Oh no, I understand what you're saying. Yes. I do plan on making it look like that for any oases. I just have some changes I want to make with the water, but those are going to be a little time consuming, so I'm going to do them later on. I think for now we'll go to the Grasslands. And I will come back for this once I have some effects that I need for it. Let's see, about that much. See if we can load it. Admittedly, I'm curious if I can load this much of the map at once. Thank you, I really appreciate that. We definitely all put a lot of time in. I want everyone to enjoy it. Plus, I also just really love working on it, so it's fun for me too. My apologies, this will take just a moment. It's a big section of land I just loaded. That would be a good idea. Aha, it loaded. I really wasn't sure I'd be able to. It may not look that big on the map, but that is a huge section of land I just loaded. We just have to give this a moment. The shaders. Don't quote me on this, but I believe it's going to be there. I don't know for sure. Is this? Oh, way over here. Okay, those can go here. Go. We'll have one more long loading screen here for a moment after this, because I need to rebuild the virtual textures for the landscape, which is why it has that stretched looking area over there. I do want to double check though. Make sure it's in the right spot. That's right at the end. I might extend it just a little bit. Actually, let's see how it builds first, and then... Oh yeah, the snow area is in the highest part of the map currently. We're actually really close to it right now. Ah, looks like I'll need to change the bounds for this so I can fix this line here. Okay, let's see if this fixes it. If it takes too long, I'll do this later on, but... Okay, that did work. I just couldn't see it moving. Let's see if that does it. Oh yes, I fully agree. That's my plan. And hello there. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put a river here. I actually have an area I need it to go to. There's a waterfall in the cove area, and because of that, I need a river leading to it. Thanks for dropping in, Lily. Yeah, this waterfall here, I need water coming over to this. So I think we might start it over here somewhere and have it come across the grasslands. Maybe around this hill here. Yes, I agree. Um, this is another one of the areas I haven't done much with yet, so I definitely have some changes in mind. I mainly just put this here so I could get to it later on. This mountain over here, or this one, Islander. Nice one. There. Might have accidentally painted a little bit of the redwoods just now. Oh no, we're good. He switched accounts. I can do that. Just having to touch up a little bit of the material. Are you thinking down the side here? That's kind of what I'm thinking when I look at it. Kind of down this way. We'll just ignore the line in the landscape for now. I'll have to fix that later on. The most exciting part. I think we'll kind of make the stream curve a little bit as it comes down the mountain. That could be nice. Kind of like a S shape. This is the one pain about working on a big map. Every time rebuilding the landscape takes a while. There we go. Unfortunately, we're about to have to do it again. Now let me see where this should start. Possibly right here. Yeah. I would say this is a pretty good spot for it. We need to remove some of these rocks. And I think I'm going to have it go down right about here. Might have it curve through this area. I'll wipe those out. I'll put some back after this is done. Little hydro erosion. Need more. That might be a bit too much. We'll see. We could have a really big tree right next to this. It'll look nice. And I'll probably raise up a little bit of this ground here, so we don't have all the water drain out. We just want a little bit to come out. That's the difficult part about simulations, getting it to turn out the way you want. Bump that up a little bit. Um, like kind of a small, almost waterfall right here as it comes out. Of course, we'll come back and make this look better on the sides, but I normally leave the sides pretty high up while I'm doing the simulation because I don't want it spilling out of the area I want it to go. Yeah, I think it's going to look pretty cool when it's done. I'll just have to make it look a little better. Take a little work right here. I'm going to come back and expand it a little bit too, just after we have the basic path laid out. I think it'll look pretty cool coming down the mountain like this. It'll make it speed up and maybe make some rapids. We might even purposely speed up the water. This, of course, isn't going to stay like this. I just need the basic path laid out before I shape it up a little bit. Using the sculpt tool is kind of like taking a hammer to the landscape. So, okay, now we can make it a little bit wider, and I'm temporarily going to flatten it to make it easier to simulate. Ignore the floating rocks, it's a feature. A little bit wider. We'll flatten it a little bit. Just to help us get the shape we want. We'll raise this part. It always looks terrible when you're in the middle of sculpting the landscape. It's mildly trippy. Always a little bit more time consuming going down mountains for this. But it just looks so nice. I can't resist it. I mean, it doesn't look nice yet, but it will. Okay. Now I just need to widen out some of these parts at the base of it. Flatten here. Make sure that it doesn't get stuck anywhere. Small amount of erosion right there. It's really important to get the bed of the stream right, or the simulation is going to take a bunch of tries. Thinking this might do it, maybe. We'll see. It seems like hydro erosion only looks good every now and then. I would say it's not enough this time. Still have to slightly flatten this out. It's the difficult part about going downhill. hard to shape it correctly. Looks like there's a part right here that I can't see very well. Sculpting, perhaps. Just kind of have to take a guess right here. I think this is the right path. Almost there. And again, the sides won't stay like this, but I temporarily need them to. It just keeps the water from flowing out of where we want it to go. I think we'll put some sort of bridge here to go over the stream. Slightly lower this. Actually, you know what? I do want it to be this height. How about we slightly raise the land right here. Just until the simulation's done. So that we don't flood the forest, the jungle. Then I definitely need to save soon, because I would hate to lose all of this. Okay, so we're going to simulate it like this, and then after the stream is saved, that's when I can shape up the sides and make it actually look nice. However, I'll probably shape it up in the next stream, because soon it will be time for lunch. But I do want to do the river simulation before that. I've just found it works out a lot better this way if you make this really ugly stream, but with level ground and high walls to keep the water from going out. Comes out a lot better if you do that first, simulate the water, then go back and shape the landscape around the water. There we go. Okay, now we can simulate it. And likely, I'll probably do this before the next stream, shaping up the sides, because it will be time consuming to make it look good. But we will go ahead and do the water simulation. There we go. Oh yes, it's that time again. I think this will work. I don't want all the water to come out, so I didn't want to make the wall too low. We're going to simulate it in 2 pieces because it's so long. A little bit more height. And yet more. Need to find a good spot to transition it. I think somewhere right in here is where I'll stop it. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how far it stretches. At 40. Okay. Right about there, then, is where we'll transition the water. Actually, I have even more space than I thought. Also really don't need it this wide, so I could shrink it a little bit. A little more height. There we go. Okay, that is where I was hoping it would go. About right there. Perfect. We're going to do a bunch of water sources. So I want this to overflow. And then I'll put even more down here. We can ensure we get it everywhere we want it. Completely normal towers of water. Okay, I think that'll be good enough. Let's find out. Give it a little bit more gravity, as in twice as much. And we'll up the acceleration limit and velocity. Let's see what happens. Excellent. Just what I was hoping for. Okay, now that part, not as much. We'll see if it dries up. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to block off that portion there. We don't really want that running down the side of the hill. So we'll just raise up the landscape right there, temporarily. And this is why I leave the really high walls. Probably after this simulation is when I'll stop the stream for now, just so I can eat some lunch. But let's just make sure it looks good first. Or the simulation at least. The landscape isn't going to look good yet. And I'm gonna make sure it doesn't go over the side again. Hopefully. We'll see. It looks good though. Where is it? Ah, there we are. My friend. Well, hello there, beautiful. A little bit longer, that looks weird. There we go. And none made it over the side. Perfect. That will do nicely. So we'll save it. Perfect. Right, so now we can turn it into a mesh so that we don't have to simulate this every time. Okay. That's pretty good. I do wish it wasn't doing that, but I'll just edit the mesh. And maybe... No, that didn't help. We'll do that for now, and I'll just edit the mesh later so it doesn't stick over the edge like that. Or it's possible it'll stop. Yeah, I'll just fix that later on. Perfect. Now we can delete all of these. And this. There you have it. We have water. So, later on I'm going to fix up the landscape, but I'm going to finish simulating everything before I do that. But overall, I think this will come out pretty cool. I do really like this area here. No, that's not great though, but I can remove that. Alright, thank you everyone who stopped in to watch. Next week, I'll try and do this a little bit earlier. I had a delivery to get before I could start streaming today. But thank you for dropping by, and I hope to see everyone again next week.